What's up guys, this is George from Crema. We're kicking off 2017 with our first video looking at the business tech trends for 2017. Augmented reality and virtual reality, voice, and the future of apps.
A couple of the technologies that we will be watching closely this year are augmented reality and virtual reality. These technologies have moved past the curiosity phase and have gone full steam ahead into the demand into the mainstream market, along with other technologies that meet you right where you're at, such as wearables. And some predict that sales for AR and VR hardware will be even or even edge out the sales of wearables this year. AR will be the first and has been the first to enter into the consumer market, namely with Pokemon Go. But that technology has moved past gaming. In fact, there are two applications. One that you can use if you're shopping for furniture. Consumers can use that to place a sofa or a chair in their living room so that they can bring the showroom directly into their own house. Another application allows consumers to try on cosmetics, lipstick, makeup, and see exactly what they would look like using that application. There are a few more barriers to entry for VR to be commercialized to individual consumers, namely cost and software options, but that hurdle will lessen in the next 18 to 24 months as prices drop. However, businesses this year need to take a hard look at how they can implement VR into their business offerings. The price point is steep, but businesses, if they take advantage of it and they can afford it, can use those offerings to create a much more immersive and digital experience for their consumers. So the question you need to ask is, how can we use this technology this year?
So one of the big things that we're seeing coming into 2017 is the presence of voice. This is not a new idea. Siri came out all the way back in 2012. Alexa or Echo came out last year, early part of last year into 2015, 2014, and now we're seeing the Google Assistant taking over. But voice is here to stay, and it's becoming smarter and better. Now there's two ways that voice can take place. One is that it can be an automated kind of command. You tell it one thing and it tells you the exact thing that it needs to say back. And the second way is artificial intelligence. And that's where things are going to get really exciting, where we're going to start to see the apps and the devices become smarter based off of what you're saying back to them. So what does this mean for your business? As you think about building your apps, as you think about building your digital interfaces, how should you think about voice? First off, consider everything as a conversation. Think about how data goes into your experience and how data comes out. But then when you do that, try to think about how you would naturally ask the experience for what you need, and then how it would naturally give you that information back. So voice allows us to really force ourselves to think how to simplify our experiences down to a simple conversation. So as you think about voice for 2017, really think about ways that you could be talking to your entire digital world.
The app boom started in 2008 and it ended last year. We've reached what's called peak app, or at least that's what I call it. I call it peak app. And it's not that people aren't interested in apps and that they're not using apps. It's just that like 50% of smartphone users these days use one app. They spend most of their time in one app. So we've kind of hit the ceiling here. The average American, in fact, downloads 0 apps every single month. So what does that mean for your business? The irony here is that we're kind of at this place where people expect your business to have an app even though they may not download it or use it all that often. So you need to be thinking about how an app isn't the product or service that you're focused on, but rather a tool that assists your business's product or service.
All right, so that's what we're seeing for 2017. If you like what you heard, subscribe below, be sure to share it with your friends, and send us a message. Until next week, see ya.